are going to teach you how to find the densities of regular and irregular objects. So this is our part 1, and our part 2 will be how to find the purity of gold using the concept of density. The density of an object is its mass divided by its volume. So a sphere is a kind of regular object. Okay, so as you can see, I have a sphere in my hand. So in order to find the volume of the sphere, this is a micrometer screw gauge. Okay, so I'm going to insert the sphere into the micrometer screw gauge. See, and in order to measure the diameter of the sphere, actually there is formula for a volume of sphere. Every regular object has a formula, so by that formula you can measure the volume. For example, a cube is its length times length times length. Diameter of the sphere is 15.59, as you can see. In order to find the radius, you can just do 15.59 divided by 2. As you can see, 7.795. See now, the formula is in the calculator, and yeah. So now we have found the volume of the sphere. So it's 1983.97 approximately, as we have taken the pi to be 22.7. Now, in order to find the density, second part, now we have to find the mass of the object. You can use an electronic balance to find it, as you have used it, or you can use any other apparatus to find the mass. So actually in this case, the mass of the sphere is 5.2 grams. So final step to find the density, we have found the both mass and the volume. Okay, so now we just need to take the mass divided by the volume, and in this case our mass is 5.2 grams divided by 1984.8 millimeter cube, and the density is 0.0026 grams over millimeter cube. So actually the SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. So if you want to change it, you can. So now we are going to find the density of an irregular object, which is now in the case is a plasticine. So now firstly we are going to find the mass of the object. We are seeing the plasticine on an electronic balance. Based on the electronic balance, the mass of the plasticine is 18.5 grams. And now we are going to find the volume of the plasticine. So what we have done is we have tied a string to the plasticine to ensure to lower the plasticine slowly into the measuring cylinder, which contains 200 milliliters of water. We have already lowered the plasticine into the measuring cylinder. Now it currently shows 216 milliliters. Volume of the plasticine will be 216 milliliter minus 2. Already found the mass and volume of the plasticine. The formula of density is mass over volume. So the density is 18.4 grams divided by 16 ml, which equals to 1.15 gram per milliliter. We've now come to part 2, which is to find the purity of your gold using the concept of density. First, we will do the density test. There are very few metals denser than gold. The density of pure 24K gold is about 19.3 grams per milliliter, which is much higher than most of the metals. Measuring the density of your items can help you determine if your gold is real. As a rule of thumb, the higher the density, the purer the gold. Make sure to perform the density test on the gold that has no gemstone of any kind attached.
Next, we have come to step 1, which is to finding the mass of gold. Firstly, put your piece of gold onto a weighing machine, just like how we did it previously to find the mass of the objects. Note down the reading on the weighing machine, and that's your mass of the piece of gold. Next, finding the volume of the gold. Step 1. Fill a vial with water and note down the initial water level. Place your gold in the vial gently. Thirdly, take note of the new water level. Calculate the difference between those two readings in millimeters. This is the volume of your piece of gold. We can now find the density using the formula. Density equals to mass over volume. A result close to 19 grams per milliliter indicates either real gold or a material with a density similar to gold. Here's an example of a calculation. For example, your gold item weighs 38 grams and it displaces 2 milliliters of water. Using the formula of density, which is mass over volume, you can do 38 grams over 2 ml, which will result in 19 grams per milliliter. This will be the density of your gold. This density is very close to the density of gold. This would mean that your gold is quite pure. Thank you for your kind attention. This is the end of our video.